Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite makes the process of becoming a published, best-selling author as simple as sipping your morning cup of coffee. You can learn more about Authors Unite at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Sneh Sharma with us. She is a serial entrepreneur currently running Atiza, a next-gen digital data analytics and technology startup, helping brands navigate through the digital clutter and achieve the complete digital transformation. Atiza is a 4-year-old, 40-people-strong company with offices in Bangalore, Kolkata, and New York. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tyler.
Of course.
Thank you. So good to be here. Yeah.
Yes, great to have you here. We'll jump right in. The first one I have for you, first question is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Okay, so it's a difficult one, but so basically, it's a story of my professional life actually. So I started working when I was 19 years old. So I walked through my business school, and I was the only person working almost full time after my college hours the entire 2 years. And all this work I did was actually for free. So I never chased money. I only chased my passion for work. I really loved what I was doing. I was, working with different startups. I never asked for money. So I was literally working for free for 4 years of my life before, I finished my school. And eventually at 23, when I was 23 years old, I started my first company, took an exit. Then when I was 25, I started my second company, and third in 28. So I can see two underlying messages here. So the message is like, what you do, just love what you do and just chase your passion. Everything else, including money, follows. And the second message I can see here is hard work always pays off. So yeah, that's about me.
And what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Okay, so my industry is digital. So people often see digital marketing as a quick lead generation platform where they can just start hunting for businesses as soon as they land. But what they fail to understand is social media is not about hunting. It's about farming, cultivating relationships. And that's what the power of social media as digital is. And this is the kind of opportunity it gives to brands, and no other media gives it, gives that kind of power to the brand. So, it's just an advice I just, like to give to brands out there.
And I agree. I think a lot of people in the space are like very focused on like short-term results. It's all about like how much like cost per lead. But I agree with you. Like it's about like cultivating and building relationships, and over time they could become clients. But I think it's a longer and deeper strategy than just like how much does your lead cost,
Exactly.
So the next one is, what is your best piece of overall business advice? So not necessarily industry specific.
Overall business advice. So we help build brands, and an insight, or rather a suggestion, generally I give it to my clients for running their businesses, that people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it. So hence it's extremely important to first know why you're doing what you're doing, and then sell the problem you solve and not the product. Most of the brands I see right now, or businesses I see, they just focus on pushing their products, to their customers. But if you really see the reality, people are always interested in the emotion, in the purpose of the brand. So you should just start pushing the why of it, and everything falls into place.
Yeah. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Many, but I think the most important one is learn to say no, and it's absolutely okay to say it often. I learned the importance of it pretty late in my life, so I think that's what I'll say.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
I think key to happiness for me is just loving what I'm doing right now and not really overcomplicating the life, like complications like, am I having the right kind of work-life balance. So I don't think that, that exists. So it's just, complication in the head. If I'm loving my work, I'm achieving my balance. So it's just, just simplify your life, and that's happiness.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
I don't know the best one, but the recent one I read was The Mind That Changes Everything by Jan Koller. And the thing I learned from it was the power of positive thinking and importance of visualization of your goals in your life, which I didn't realize that, it is important, but now I do know. So yeah, that's what I wanted.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
Yeah, my favorite quote, which you can see me quoting quite often in my interviews. So it's, your talent and right opportunities open the first few doors, but your attitude opens the rest. So as a society, we fail to teach the right attitude to our kids and focus too much on making them compete for more and better skills than the other, and run behind opportunities. I believe that opportunities can be created and skills can be acquired if you have the right attitude. So that's important.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
It's kind of, ironical. So my handle is online Sneh on all social media channels. So you just Google online Sneh and you'll find me everywhere. But still, you can reach me on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Just type Sneh Sharma and you'll find me. Perfect.
Thanks again for jumping on.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.